So one of the reasons I was very good at real estate was I got good at fishing. And I think, a lot of people are real good at getting bites, but they're not good at reeling them in. In real estate, we can generate a lot of leads. We can get people that are interested, but generally it falls short. You're not reeling them in the right way. So you can find people that want to buy or sell a house, but then you're trying to call them, on the phone, or you're trying to send emails saying, are you ready yet? Or do you have an agent to help you when the time comes? And in reality, you need to be focused more on the trust, authority, and credibility side. So a lot of what you're doing, I use this fishing example. If you've ever been to like a state fair or something like that, they've got the trout pond, and those trout are so hungry. They give everybody a fishing pole, and the little kids go out there. The second you put it in the water, the second it goes in there, you got a bite, and you've caught a fish. So it's a hungry crowd, right? It's a hungry crowd of fish. The problem is, imagine they were doing that without a hook, right? You'll have one on, but then when you set the hook, there's nothing there, and it gets off. And you'll keep getting bites, you'll keep getting bites, but you never get to reel one in. Well, that's what happens a lot with real estate. If you're buying leads, if you've got your company's providing them, or you've signed up for some service, or you have area code exclusivity or whatever, the question is, how good is your hook? Is it going to keep them on the line? And I think that's one of the big problems that so many real estate agents struggle with is, they've got pretty good bait, but they've got a horrible hook. And I think that's one of the big problems that so many agents have is they need to do a better job of sales and marketing, which always comes from trust, authority, and credibility. Once I get them on the hook, how do I show value? How do I give educational material? How do I keep working with them so that they stay with me and they see value in what it is that I offer? If I don't do it that way, if I just say, hey, are you ready? Do you have somebody to work with? Do you have an agent to help you when the time comes? They're going to get off the hook every single time. So one of the things you want to think about is, if I were a buyer or seller and I had an agent contacting me, what type of information would I want to receive from them? What kind of info would I want to receive? I would want market data. I would want common things to watch out for. I would want, how do I find out if this home is really worth what it's worth? How do I know if I'm buying a home that's fallen down or not? I don't know how home inspections work. Your general buyer and seller, they aren't familiar with this information. They don't know how to choose a good listing agent, so they'll ask questions like, well, how many homes have you sold in the area? What else would they ask? They don't know what questions to ask. So a lot of times the information you put out is designed to educate that consumer so they can make a good or an educated decision on how to choose the right agent. When's the best time to sell? How do you sell your home for more money? These are the types of things that once you get them on the hook, meaning you got the lead, this is how you reel them in. You don't call them in and say, can I meet with you? Are you ready to meet? That's not how you reel in the fish. So you got to have a great bait. We talk about your perfect home finder and get access to unlisted and pre-market homes. You got to have a great bait, but it's so important that once they do say, yes, I love that bait, how do I keep them on the hook and how do I bring them in? That comes from trust, authority, and credibility, which is always done from continuous conversation. Certainly not going to come from phone calls. So if you create a 6 email sequence that goes out to them with 2 text messages, that's going to work a heck of a lot better than trying to call them and get a meeting. They don't want a meeting with you. They want the information. So hopefully that's helpful for you. You can do a much better job when you go fishing.